Hi everybody, welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United lose 3-0 to the Manchester City in the Manchester derby. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I somewhat struggle with some reaction to United fans who just seem to like to lose. It's almost like they want to lose so that they can sack the manager, which I find, baffling. I mean, we've had a super chat come in from Narnbread who says, you can't keep making excuses. Erik ten Hag picks the team and this is on him. It's time for change. Look, at the end of the day, I think this is going to be a hard stream to do. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm fed up of having to, do this. Every year it seems to be the same. And I suppose that's the answer, isn't it? I mean, I had to have a quick look on social media before I started. And to see the amount of people saying it's time for change, the manager needs to go. I mean, I'm just going to throw you this. I wish people would listen. If he beats Fulham next week, he's the quickest manager to get to 50 wins in our history, in our entire history. So, I don't, it's exhausting. It's exhausting banging your head against the brick wall. We're not playing well at the moment. We've not played well this season. I completely agree. But how can you sack a manager that's going to be the quickest manager to get to 50 wins in our history? How can explain that one to me? How can you sack a manager that's going to be the quickest manager to get to 50 wins in our history? He massively overachieved last year, and that's why people want him out now. If it had just had a steady year one, people would be fine. It's incredible. And also, point two, how can you sack a manager when you've been in this position 4 times before? What do you think it's going to change if you sack a manager, right? I can see people on Twitter and on their live chat saying, sack the manager, it's time for change. Okay, what happens then? We're in £800 million of debt. We've used up all our loans and all our ability to bring money in. You're going to sack Ten Hag, that's going to cost you in excess of 10, 15, 20 million. You're going to get another manager in that you can't get because you're going to have to pay compensation for them. The new manager's going to come in with a different style of play and wants his own players and is going to want another 400 million spending on him. What's he going to do with the fresh Ten Hag players? What's he going to do with the Maguires and the McTominays that won't go? What's he going to do with the Rashfords and the Brunos and the Martials? I mean, just stop trying to find a quick fix with this football club and own it like I am. We lost. We've lost. The club is broken. There are many clubs in this country, there are many clubs in the world who have fans who stick with their club, but they're shit and they're never going to do anything. And we were a great club. We were Manchester United. We were one of the best teams in the world, but we're not anymore. We're broken. Stop looking for a quick fix. We're owned by the Glazers. They've run the club into the ground. There is no quick fix. The only opportunity we had was that they left and we got a brand new owner that cleared the debt. That didn't happen. We lost. We're finished. We're done. We're not turning this around. Stop looking up the table and thinking we should be in the top 4. Villa are better than us. Spurs are better than us. Brighton are better than us. Liverpool are better than us. Arsenal are better than us. Man City are better than us. They're all better than us. Stop thinking you're going to sack a manager and we're suddenly going to challenge for the league. Accept the reality. We're shit. We're broken. The manager's not responsible and the manager's not going to change it. It's not going to happen. We are what we are. And the reason for that goes right to the top and runs right the way through down. I've seen people say Bruno's shit, Rashford's shit, McTominay's shit, Maguire's shit. They've been here for years. They've played for Ranić. They've played for Ollie. They've both been got rid of. They're still here. Maybe that's a lesson. Maybe some of these players that survive and get managers sacked shouldn't be here. Maybe the manager should be sacked. Maybe it's on Richard Arnold. Maybe it's on the fitness department. Maybe it's on the Glazers. Or hello, maybe this is a novel idea. Maybe it's a collective. Maybe some of the players are shit. Maybe the manager is responsible. Maybe the Glazers are the real problem. Maybe the CEO's the problem. Maybe the recruitment's the problem. Maybe the fitness department's the problem. Maybe, just maybe, the way the club is run from top to bottom is shit and individualising it lets everybody else get away with it. Because when you sack a manager, it becomes their fault. When Ollie got sacked, it was his fault. When Mourinho got sacked, it was his fault. When Ranić got rid of, it was his fault. The media love doing this. Listen to Neville on his commentary. You can feel him almost wanting to say Ten Hag out the whole game. It's always the manager. We always change the manager and nothing ever changes. We change the manager, they have a good year, and then then it all goes wrong. I'm getting tired of watching this team. They don't care, says Daniel. Rashford is not even trying, and the back line is so slow. McTominay is so bad it's sickening, says Daniel. I like Ten Hag, but please explain those half-time substitutions, says Andy. Manchester United officially hit rock bottom, says Blake. I mean, I disagree. I disagree. So many people were saying we were going to get beat. And then we get beat and everyone's acting like it's a shock. Like, I'm not Eric Ten Hag about, but I'm absolutely sick of him keeping Rashford and McTominay on and subbing players like Amrabat and Højlund. It needs calling out, says JH. Look, Ten Hag is probably going to sack himself. I mean, as a fan of Ten Hag, I would completely agree with you that he probably is going to sack himself. I don't know what's going on with YouTube today. It's definitely not my internet. I don't know what's going on with it. I apologise if you're having issues. It's not even dropping out on the stream health for me. And I've got no drops there, frames on my streaming service. So I don't know what's going on. Apologies if anyone else is getting any problems with this. I don't know whether you're getting problems on other platforms as well. I don't know what's going on. But if you are having a problem, I apologise for that. Look, there are things to talk about with Ten Hag. I completely agree. There's no two ways about it. You have got to talk about that. But yeah, it's so difficult to get your head around the situation without, you live in a world where people just get very angry and they're abusive and they're vile and they'll calm down. And I think some people just need to calm down because I don't see the point in individualizing this on one manager. Even if Casemiro had been fit, even if Varane and Martinez had been fit, I still don't think we win that game. I still don't think we play any different. We might play a little bit better, but I think Man City are just better than us. Do you reckon Eric Ten Hag has the same authority over these players as he did last year? Has to be a reason why they're not clicking. Injuries obviously play a part, says Colin. Well, look, if you look at the game in general, and we're going to do the player ratings in a minute, but if you look at the game in general, our best player on the pitch for me is Onana. And I feel that Onana is man of the match for his shot-stopping capabilities, of which we always praised David De Gea for. And Onana today had a really good game and he would be my man of the match. But that's only because he had so much to do. I mean, Erling Haaland could have had 4 or 5 goals. So